Well, no. A lot of my comedians friends back in Vietnam were raised Catholics.
And you were raised?
I was raised not just
Nothing.
nothing. No, it's weird in Vietnam because most people in Vietnam don't really prescribe themselves to a particular religion. In a way, we kind of go with like a mishmash of everything. But the most common thing we do is like we worship the ancestors.
Oh yeah, you told me about this before. Yeah.
We practice ancestral worship. But obviously, because Buddhism has been in Vietnam for so long, it's kind of ingrained part of the cultural part of the cultural fabric.
Why believe in Jesus when you can believe in your great grandfather? I agree. Way better.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I like that. Just John.
Yeah,
he's up there looking
it's not a very popular Vietnamese name, I'd say, John.
No, I'm thinking about my father. Oh,
John Mai.
John Mai, yeah.
John Mai. Oh, he was French.
Jonathan.
Jean Mai.
Jean Mai.
Jean Mai.
Jean Mama.
Jean Mama.
And his wife, Jean Mama. No.
That's interesting, though. So
Yeah.
people aren't really that religious there, or they're more spiritual?
They're actually quite religious in the sense that they're quite hardcore in terms of like they go to temples, they pray, and you know they're quite superstitious. Like particularly, for example, if you're like a student and you're like revising for the exams, you know, you have like your parents like going to the temples praying for you to pass, or like you go to the temple yourself to pray for so that you can pass the exams.
And then if you don't pass, can you blame the ancestors?
Well,
Damn it, Terry.
Can you be like, God damn it?
yeah, we had a deal, you know. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I mean, well, you usually blame yourselves because like.
But if you succeed, it's because of the ancestors.
Yeah, so
But
I
if you
remember
fail,
like
it's you.
I remember because when I passed at my IB exams, right, back of like 10 years ago. I remember first when I found out my results, and then I came down to tell my parents I just came back from something, and so obviously my mom was burst into tears, and my dad was like became very he's usually quite a chill kind of guy, but he became really proper, really like Vietnamese. Like, we're gonna cook a feast dedicate to the ancestors who help us, who help you through, who have guided you through this journey.
You're like, really? I did the work. Did you have any of that, or do you kind of still honor it? It's just like, well, fucking, I'm the one who put in the hours, actually.
Yeah, I was the one who's crammed all those like biology stuff in.
That's funny. My mom does a similar thing with Jesus, where like basically she prays and then to Jesus to help me get through like my brewing test or whatever.
Yeah.
If I pass, then thank God Jesus helped out. And then if I didn't do it, sure, Jesus wouldn't like that now. Did you upset Jesus? You know, but it's like, you know, it's similar in practice, but like different people we go for.
Yeah, especially if you're so the thing is that because we have like Catholics, we have other religions as well. So, but then again, we all worship like ancestral worship.
Yeah.
So imagine like every family has an altar, like picture of the dead relative.
Yeah.
Like Mulan.
Yeah, well, we couldn't do that in Germany, man.
And
just skip.
Especially if the Austrians.
Skip 2 generations, just like no. Thank you so much, Gunther. Thank you so much. Not you. Thank you so much.
That never was a thing, though. Even like back in the day, that never really was a thing.
But yeah, so like
in our country.
But yeah, so if you're a Buddhist, you obviously have a picture of your family, but also a picture of Buddha. But or if you're Catholics, you have a picture of like your family, but also a picture of Jesus. So it depends on your preference, but everyone does the same thing.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That is fair enough. And would you say who's your favorite guerrilla warfare organization, the Viet Cong or the Irish Republican Army?
I don't know. They're all different. They
have their own strengths and weaknesses.
For me, they're like different types of ice cream. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, one, you know, like just all different toppings and different
what flavor would they each be?
I don't know. I feel like the VC or the NOF.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to say Viet Cong, right? You told me it's like a slur.
Well, it's not. It's a term of endearment these days because we won.
You reappropriated. You reappropriated the word.
Yeah. That is our terrorist organization.
So it's like I feel like they were like a sorbet because it's good in like in the tropic, you know.
Yeah.
Cool, and then
it's good, nice in the jungle, like.
It's nice in the jungle, yeah. Then whereas like the Irish is a bit like the one with like Irish coffee in it.
Oh,
there it is. Yeah.
It's like they have brown bread ice cream in Ireland. Have you ever seen that? That's what I think. Yeah,
Ooh,
brown bread ice cream.
Brown bread ice cream. Yeah. They all dress differently. They all have different fashion sense.
Yeah, but you're a fan of all of them, is what you're saying. You support.
I like them. Obviously, I'm more leaning towards the one.
He's a bit biased. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bit biased, but I think see the thing is they all have different strategy, different history, different historical development. But obviously, they have intermingling. They have interchangeable goals.
Yeah. Have they ever mingled?
I imagine so because there will be like in the 60s, it was very common for like you have like big gatherings of all like the liberation organizations,
Group chats.
I'd like to see that UN conference instead of like
That would be a
countries,
good
it's just, like,
UN. Yeah.
It's just like all the colleges, like I represent the IRA. I
I'm
represent
the
Viet Cong.
IA, I'm the Viet Cong, I'm the Taliban.
you actually because there will be
And then Taliban wins. Woo, go UCC.
because in Model UN you would actually have like historical simulations because the majority of like comedies in Model UN will be like very current, so you have to deal with like current problems, but every now and then depends on the conference you have like historical simulations.
That's awesome, really.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
ever do like World War II or something?
Yeah, I didn't know there was one where I was in South
You
Korea.
got to do World War II.
Not World War II, but we did like the Suez Crisis in Egypt.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Oh, this
Not
like
as
the canal.
exciting.
Not as
Not
exciting,
as
but you get to play like
exciting.
the.
I just love it if there was World War II and you were like, yeah, I was the Nazis.
And we did really well.
And I killed it.
We killed- yeah.
Well, no, there's also this thing called crisis as well, where it's like you get to do, you get to a bit more like strategic and about it, where shit gets crazy. So I remember the last one I did was like I shared like a crisis where it was like an espionage sort of things. You have spies and like during the Cold War and all that.
Oh,
that
that's
would be
awesome.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Like
I'm
James
so for that.
Bond, that sort
That's
of
awesome. Yeah, that's cool. I take everything back. Model UN is not for nerds. It's cool.
Yeah, you got me. What? Just
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
change up
just
who
one
it's
over,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should have started with that instead of UCC, man. That is
Yeah, exactly. That's the part. You needed to kind of
Way
just
better.
restructure it a bit. But I will say though, like I've been hanging out with you all morning, and you've been telling me about the Viet Cong like in detail. I fucking love them actually. Like I'm actually so
Yeah.
pro Viet Cong at this point.
Did you know that Nghia, when he has sex with somebody, he calls his penis the Viet Dong?
Yeah.
That's a secret. No one's supposed to
It's
know.
very Viet Long. Oh my god, no! But the thing is, like, I like Ho Chi Minh and everything like that. Like he, like the one story he told me that I really liked was the one where like there's like these North Vietnamese fake Viet Cong that was coming down, and they were like staying with this old lady.
What's South Vietnam? South Vietnam.
Oh, sorry, other ways around. Sorry, north south. You know.
All right, you better stop talking about Vietnamese history
No, I got
right
this.
now.
No, I like
Nhia's
this.
just
He's
gonna
learning,
correct
he's
you every
learning, he's
sentence.
learning.
I'm
He's
learning.
learning.
I'm new to the Viet Cong.
Yeah.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right. No, but the one where it's like, you know, the South Viet Cong were going in as like undercover agents in the north. They stayed with this grandma, and she called the.
No, what was that? The South
You tell
Vietnamese.
it. You tell it because I
So
love
what
this story.
happened was that
Let
so,
the Vietnamese guy tell it. What are
Let
you
me tell you
doing?
about your culture. No, I learned about this 15 minutes ago.
You
I'm
can't do that with
so there
your
was a
accent, dude.
this story that
The
people
Viet
pass.
Cong.
It's one of those like tall tales people pass too long tell to each other. It's like so essentially like in South Vietnam. So you have the American backed regime. So that regime. So what they did was they had like special forces where they would disguise as like Viet Cong guerrillas,
Yeah,
and they go into like infiltrate into like Viet Cong areas.
yeah.
To like to engage in like sabotage missions and whatnot, right? So they all dress up like in like proper Viet Cong gear. They would stay at like they stay at an old lady's house,
Mm-hmm.
and so they sleep at their house. And while they were sleeping, the old lady would go report to the Viet Cong police in her area, and those guys were got arrested.
Yeah.
And the thing is, so the policeman asked the old lady, how did you know they were not Viet Cong? And she said, oh, because the Viet Cong that I know would wash the dishes.
Ah.
They were nice guys, you know. They cleaned up after their mess. They said thank you very much. These guys walked in. Oh, more please. You know, they're just like fucking, you know, industry fat cats just looking for, you know, just like a free handout. But like, no, as a Canadian, I can really appreciate that. They're really well
I
mannered.
don't know. I don't believe all the Viet Cong were very polite. There must have been a few assholes there.
I like
come on.
but the ethos was that in order to gain popular support, you have to be nice to the support.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you're so.
I'm sure there was like one or two Viet Congs that were dickheads.
Oh, there always is.
It
Yeah,
always is, but it's part of that theory on guerrilla warfare, particularly which was articulated by Mao Zedong. The idea is that the people are like the body of water, and the guerrillas fighters is like the fish that swim in the water. Without the water, the fish couldn't survive.
Okay, that makes sense. So
No, it doesn't. No, I'm just kidding.
So you can't pollute the water.
No, just like, well, because like you want to get people on your side on a moral level.
So what if you have like a few bad fish in the pond?
Then you cook 'em.
I mean, that's the.
Was there ever a time where the Viet Cong had like a shitstorm on Twitter because some of them turned out to be sexual predators?
No, because they always asked nicely, and they always cleaned up after their mess as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You couldn't do Viet Cong anymore. You'd get canceled.
you got to get cancelled. You know?
Oh my god.
All right, this conversation has lost track. Do the turkey gobble again, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't do it again. Don't do it again. I've got to cut that out here so they won't know what we're talking about. So
Yeah.
your reputation is intact.
No, thank you.
All people know about you now is that you love North Korea and you love Mao Zedong.
So you're perfect now. You're perfect.
I'm a student of history.
Oh. Oh. Student uprisings.
Yeah.
What do they call it when they when he would get people out in public, Mao Zedong, and they would beat him to death in front of all the students?
Oh, that's the Cultural Revolution.
Yeah, but there's a name for the practice.
I don't know. It was
Capital punishment or something.
No, they had
Lowercase.
they had a cool name for it.
Fucking teaching them we're good.
Yeah, they had a cool name for it. It was like an event. They'd not sell tickets, but they advertise.
Sell
and be
tickets.
They wouldn't
This
say.
Friday night, Sunday.
Yeah, they'd be like a general who's a traitor to the country is getting punished publicly, and then thousands of people would turn up in the crowds. Go hey!
I wouldn't
Like,
mind that. Imagine
like-
they did it with your corrupt
Dude,
politicians.
if they did that with Leo Varadkar, I'd be there, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's
I'd
fair
cancel my
enough.
plans.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta take Friday off.
Can I do 5?
Yeah, can I open
Any
up?
spots?
Can I open up for
Any
him?
spots?
Any spots going? Oh,
So that's we had a little dive there into Vietnamese history and everything. But we have a topic today that we need to talk about. Our topic today is that we're gonna try and we're gonna take over the world, Nia.
Okay,
We're
very
gonna
good.
take it over. You're a former model UN person. You know all about how to take over the
I
world.
so this
think
is a
so.
situation.
Because
How
we
would you
all
take over?
know that the UN, that they're trying to take over the world. We all
Yeah.
know about the UN.
Look,
They
I
go
made
into
that
their
one speech
mountains.
in
They,
German. It didn't mean anything.
they go into their mountains. They drink the blood of virgin babies, and then they go back into the UN headquarters and they plan to take over the world. Right?
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
So in the model UN, did you drink model baby blood?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I was drinking Coke. Also.
Oh.
Chicken Coke, Diet Coke.
Diet Coke, yeah.
Do you think the UN could ever function as a world government?
I don't know, man. I don't believe in world governments. I do believe that people have rights to self-determination.
But do you think it would function? Do you think it would fail?
I imagine any civilization at some point would just collapse. Empires comes and go.
But what if it's not an empire? What if it's all elected positions, different countries?
It's the same cattle anyway. So look. I mean,
You okay?
I muted the mic because I'm professional.
ancient Greece was a democracy, and look how it.
I guess, yeah. So democracy wouldn't be the way to take over the world. Saying that wouldn't work.
No, I think.
So you're saying we need fascism, Nghia Mai?
Yeah, we need to.
I don't know how to
we
get
need an
fascism.
empire.
I just think because the way UN works is that it's more of an oversight organization.
Yeah.
It's like watching how things are going and telling people what to do. Or it's more like a consultant.
I know, they don't really have any authority, do they?
They don't have really authority. All they do is to keep the peace.
They have
Yeah.
a peacekeeping army. They just go deploy. Hey,
The blue
knock
heads.
it off.
Knock it off.
heads,
Hey,
yeah.
stop doing
Hey,
this
hey,
stuff.
hey, no.
Hey.
Stop genociding.
Stop that.
Hey.
Knock that off.
Not at all. No.
Can we
not-
not use words? Let's use words. you know?
Yeah.
Have you guys tried digging a well?
Have you guys just thought about just having a coffee?
Have you thought about modern medicines?
Yeah.
Have you thought about modern medicine? Have you guys ever thought about curing it?
Hey, guys, peace, calm down here. Try this vaccine while you're at it.
What's the deal?
Oh, sorry, what is that vaccine?
What's the deal with malaria?
Yeah, try this medication while you're here.
Just going around offering like drinks, just like vaccine there, vaccines, darling.
So do you think? So we can't take over the world with the UN.
No.
We can't do that.
No, you
You
can't.
can't rise to. You can't be the best UN member of all time and take over the world. It's not like the NBA, where
It's not like
the
There's no
NBA.
draft.
or something.
Yeah,
it's like
draft,
NBA
yeah.
draft or something.
You can't
like
hit 3-pointers all day.
that. You
in
can't have like
UN,
the East versus West or something like that. Conference finals.
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah,
like,
but what if
win-
there's someone who's sick at the UN and he just 3-pointers every single
He's
session?
taking his shots? Yeah.
Yeah, he ends
Because
genocide every time he
because,
steps in the room.
Yeah,
Jesus,
this-
but he also has the assists, so he lets other people
Yeah.
get the wins as well.
Because the core issue is that the only body in the UN that has any real that has any real stake in anything is the UN Security Council,
Mm-hmm.
and within the Security Council, the only people who matters are the 5 permanent members.
Yeah, I know about that.
And wasn't
hack-
it 6?
Who-
But then recently Russia got kicked out like a few years ago. Is that correct?
No, they're
Russia's
still in.
it.
Are they still in it?
They're still in it. Yeah, it's they're part of that.
You
5.
can't kick people out That's the whole point.
They can't. No,
Yeah.
they all have
You
veto
should
power.
be able to kick
That's the
people
whole
out.
point. You can't kick
should be
people.
able to.
Like,
So it's US, Russia, China,
France, UK,
France, UK.
UK.
No Germany.
No Germany because they
Wonder why.
Because it was after. Yeah. No.
Oh, big talk from the American fella.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Oh.
Excuse me, our empire is still going to lap. I'm Canadian. What am I doing? Whoa, wait,
Well, you're
whoa.
part of it.
Yeah.
You're from a vassal state.
What? Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's mistake. What is this? The 16th century?
It's America. You're America's Hong Kong, like.
More or less. Kind of. Yeah, we're just like, on their good graces for the
Yeah.
most part. Yeah. No, I feel like you should be able to kick people out.
I mean, that's the thing. One
That's
of
the whole point that you can't. That's why they have them.
But what if they start like, I don't know, they start running their mouth or something like that?
Because
Like, I don't
they're
know.
allowed to. That's why I have that position. And
Yeah.
they can veto everything, right?
Yeah, you can veto everything.
That's
yeah.
why nothing ever gets
But what if
done.
they veto too
Because
much?
every
Like,
time,
nothing gets done.
every time something gets passed that's like on the side of the Eastern Hemisphere, the US goes veto. And every time something gets passed that's on the side of the Western Hemisphere, China or Russia go veto.
Yeah.
So nothing ever gets done.
So yeah, that's what I mean. So nothing ever happens.
But
Yeah.
funny
Right.
enough, before the early 70s, right? China's seat at the UN used to be held by Taiwan.
Ooh.
That's drama.
Yeah, no way, because in the old so the problem was that because there used to be two rival Chinese governments before 1971.
Yeah.
Because what happened was that in 1949 Mao led the revolution in China. They kicked out the old government.
I know about this, the royalists and stuff.
With the Kuomintang, the nationalists. So
nationalists.
set up base in Taiwan. And the thing is that the government in Taiwan claims itself as the legitimate government of all of China, even though technically Mao's government was already in control of most of China anyway. But the problem is that because the U.S. supported the government in Taiwan, so you have this issue of like you have red China versus free China.
Yeah.
Free China.
And
So-
that's kind of bad as well because that's how it started, right? That Taiwan was like, no, we actually the real Chinese government.
yeah.
But now Taiwan just wants to be Taiwan. They don't want anything to do with China anymore.
Yeah, so there's
It's a
massive
weird
confusion
situation.
and people just accept the status quo as it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. People are just happy to be left alone most of the time. Like people who live there, they just want to be left alone.
Why-
Taiwan
Yeah.
is the one with the superconductors as well. Is that right? Am I thinking that right?
What?
There's one country out there that like China really wants because they make all the superconductors.
Well, they want Taiwan because they used to have.
Semiconductor. You mean?
Semiconductors. I thought it was superconductors.
It's semi.
They also want Taiwan because they
The
used to
semi.
have Taiwan.
No, but
semi.
The semiconductors. they're
the
okay.
the semi,
The semis,
the semi dong.
Yeah, the semi. Oh my god.
So let's pose a different question then. Nghia Mai, what do you think would be the best way to take over the world?
With kindness.
With kindness. That's
Yeah.
so hard. Imagine, all right,
That's gay.
That sucks.
we're putting us three at the head of like one of the biggest players and players with a P-L-A-Y-A.
So wait,
Players.
are you talking like
one
Risk?
One
like
of the
real-
biggest players in the world. So let's say us three right now, we control China. How do we take over the rest of the world?
Ooh. Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
All right. So if we're in
It's
charge
nearly
of
like
China-
our podcast as a concept or something. I don't know why we did
well,
this.
number one, you could do that
we
as
should
like.
just keep talking about comedy more. That's what people really care about.
Yeah. Well, no. All right. If we're China, number one, we produce most of the world's goods, so we definitely use that to our advantage. It's just kind of like, all right, you
But you're gonna cut them off, or you're gonna?
give them the shitty ones, all the reject ones. Like you get the terrible microwaves.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna have cold food all the
you
time.
only get semiconductors.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You don't even. You just get the normal conductors.
You don't get any hard conductors.
No, so it's
That's
gotta
what
be.
she said.
Oh.
Jokes.
Zing! High five. No, so all right, if we're China taking over the world, then it's we got to. It's all right. How about this? Like, outside, let's hold off from military expansion.
First thing I do is I get rid of the Winnie the Pooh ban.
Yeah, bring.
Is that silly? Bring him back. That's
Bring him
silly.
back, yeah.
That's
Winnie the
silly.
Pooh's adorable. That's
Yeah,
how you get
that's
Disney
silly.
back on board, and
Yeah.
then they start making Marvel movies based.
What about intelligence based? Would we do any count on intelligence? You know how like the CIA has like the Falun Gong and shit like that in China. How about we put shit in America?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Maybe they do.
I'm sure that's at play there.
Who's a Chinese? What could you do in America to really upset the US? Like what could you put in?
TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
But that's kind of stupid. Like people, I hate when people say because we're like, oh, TikTok is ruining America's youth because Chinese TikTok is like Chinese kids like doing cool shit and American TikTok is kids like shaking their ass. But that's not because the algorithm isn't doing that. It's because Americans are fucking dumb as shit. That's it's not just a symptom. It's not the problem.
I like to think,
Actually, yeah, I know how you do counterintelligence in America. You just
let them do their thing.
let them do just hands off there for a while. Yeah.
No, they're counterintelligence. Counter against what?
Yeah. What intelligence?
Yeah, the worst enemy is always coming from within.
Ooh, write that down.
So we fund Trump.
So we fund. The weird thing is, like, everything we're coming up with, like, that's actually kind of happening. It's
I guess.
kind of weird. We're
It just
descri-
manifests, you know.
Yeah, we're manifesting it. We fund Trump.
So we're
And then
actually, it's on us.
When Trump is in power, we fund like his kid who just turned 18. We start funding him to overthrow his dad.
And his
And then we fund Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden versus Trump. Oh my God.
Hunter
That's-
Biden versus Trump's kid.
That's like Muhammad Ali's kid versus Joe Frazier's
Yeah,
kid. That was
dude.
like a super
Oh.
fight. Like, oh shit.
And we all know that Hunter Biden would win because he'd be on so much cocaine. He'd fucking deck that child.
Oh.
Ooh. I like to think Trump's kid wouldn't be averse to steroids either.
That's true.
You know, I
yeah.
can see like, oh my God, Trump's kid is going to be such a gym bro.
I think the way to do it in America would be to introduce a more disruptive element. Disrupt it even more. Trump is disruptive, or even more disruptive.
What?
Tucker Carlson, president.
Yeah,
Oh.
Tucker Carlson.
Yuck!
Oy vey.
His vice president
Wait.
is Bill O'Reilly.
But okay, we've destabilized America. What's the next step?
We got to take it over.
Yeah, you take the way.
Yeah. Well, so how? Yep. As a
You are a
person,
great
how do you
leader.
lead
We're just
America?
you are a great leader. We're the consultants.
I mean, to be fair, like I wouldn't want to destabilize America.
Why?
But
Because
you want to build him up?
you want to build them as like a bulwark against China.
But you are China.
No, we are China in this situation.
You are China. Okay.
You are
China.
the great leader of China, man. What are you talking
Oh,
about? Are you trying to self-sabotage?
Yeah. You got the memo. You're wearing a shirt.
See, the best thing is just like you said, just let.
You're Mao Zedong, man.
Oh, thank you. So anyway, what we do is we just let America do his own thing, and just let it be and see what happens. Because it's usually is the case always America is shooting itself in the foot.
That's true.
And it's one. Oh, it's
That's true.
what is it? The Art of War says when your enemy's making a mistake, don't interrupt them.
Don't interrupt them.
Yeah.
And then, what if we were as China go after Canada and Mexico? You know what I mean? Like we
No.
get them on our side, so we got them boxed in.
I don't.
You don't want Canada?
No one cares about Canada.
You don't like hiking?
No,
Dude, we're gonna
no.
corner the hiking market. They got resources and trees and shit. I'm sure that's valuable to somebody.
But I think is that what you do is that you slowly infiltrate the highest level of power.
Oh yeah.
So why is that you send in your own people, anyone that you trust? But see, the thing is that you take advantage of the large diaspora
Yeah.
within America.
That's a great idea. I like that. We got our own Chinese people in there.
Chinese people, anyone who's like, so you infiltrate the Chinese American for health funding, like potential political candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Help them to go into like Congress and whatnot.
and have them
I
be
love
the-
it.
And going back on what you're saying with the Viet Cong, like make them the nicest people ever. Like, you know, they clean up
Oh
after
yeah,
their
have like
mess.
these Chinese
Yeah,
guerrilla
yeah.
fighters who are just really friendly to everybody.
They're really
yeah,
nice.
they're really nice.
Fierce sound, you know.
Very
Just like they
sound.
let you, they listen to you. They clean
Yeah.
up after their mess. you
But
know.
America is one thing. What are we gonna? We have to deal with Europe as well. You know, you got Europe.
Yeah, Europe, and well, that's the thing. Like, but that's also when you use your intelligence network in Europe as well. Like, and especially use trade as like a bargaining chip.
Yeah, that's also you could do. This would be my move, right? So we take over Japan
Yeah.
immediately.
You thought about that pretty quick. Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
that might be disastrous as well because Japan is rearming itself quite heavily.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll take over Japan. We're way bigger. I don't give a shit. We'll take over Japan, and then we use anime.
Well, the problem is that Japan is an
To our
island.
advantage,
We
yeah,
use
like-
anime
It's
for
easier.
propaganda.
See, the problem is it's easier to take over Korea because Korea is connected by land via the north.
All right, we'll take over. We'll buddy up with Kim Jong Un. We'll take over South Korea. Then we shoot Kim Jong Un. We take over North Korea,
And then we have
And then
we have a monopoly on the K-pop market.
and we use K-pop
Your K-pop, yeah.
for propaganda.
And because the idea is that Korea is like a knife. It's like a dagger, and behind the back of Japan.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So you have to so you go from the north to down to south, take over the Korean peninsula,
Yeah,
and from then on, because it's connected by there's no land border between you and between Korea and Japan.
I like how our world domination plan right now is just reigniting the Japanese Sinnoh War.
But you're the one that are just kind of like, all right, Japan's gotta go.
Sometimes you have to go old
They gotta
school.
go.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Sometimes the traditional methods, they're traditional for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, it's a cliche.
But what
for
are
a
we
reason.
doing with Vietnam still?
Vietnam.
They're probably friendly towards us, right? Is Vietnam and China buddies?
Vietnam is a bit more stubborn than our as a traditional ally because they obviously they're very similar to us politically and culturally, but at the same time they have a great sense of independence as well. So they don't most of the time they don't like to be told what to do, and that's why they're becoming more friendly towards the United States.
Oh no, that can't have that.
They want that. They want that American money.
More money, but that's why you have to go offer because America has offered them a lot of like good opportunities and whatnot. So you have to counter that with counter offers.
Yeah.
They'll be in the next Marvel movie.
What if we make an anime about the Viet Cong? And then we turn the next generation.
Well, we have to
And then
take-
K-pop.
Well,
is
you have
the
to take
song,
over
is intro song.
the Japanese anime industry to make that.
Well, we start the Chinese anime industry. Fuck
I mean,
it.
it's pretty shit.
That's
at
like
the
the end
moment.
of one.
Yeah, that's true.
The end of One Piece is just China.
That's how we get everybody on our side. If we take over Japan, we'll end One Piece quicker.
Yeah.
You won't have to wait for the.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God. Now I can get on with my life. Just wrap up all these animes.
All right, so what we're doing is we're taking over Korea, so we have the dagger.
Yeah.
We're turning Vietnam into our interests. We have to convince them that we're better than America. Shouldn't
Yeah.
be too hard, you know.
To be too hard.
Shouldn't be too hard. America has fucked them quite a bit in the past. And then we still have Japan,
Yeah.
which should we leave them alone first, or should we just take over Japan? What's the plan here?
Japan is a weird one because see the thing is that the only sore thing in our eyes is Taiwan, and because the thing is that Taiwan wants to maintain the status quo, but also they don't want to be part of China.
Yeah, forget about Taiwan.
Yeah.
Forget about fuck Taiwan. We can deal with that later.
Yeah, you have superconductors and
And I
everything.
guess Taiwan is an island, so you can't really attack them by land.
Yeah, we can deal with that after we took
How
over the
about
rest.
this? No, how
If
about
we take over the rest of the world, Taiwan would be like, ah,
No. How about this? Everyone wants Taiwan. Is that correct?
In a way, yeah.
So how about this? We take over Taiwan. We use that as a bargaining chip. Or it's like, hey, Japan, you get on board here. We give you free access to Taiwan anytime you want.
I'm thinking more if we take over everything else
You
in the
Taiwan
world.
it? You want it?
Every Taiwan it.
You want
If we
Taiwan
take over
piece of this?
everything else in the world, then Taiwan would be like, you know what? I don't know why we were being so bitchy.
I
don't know why we're being so bitchy. We
I
wanted
know what
you.
time it is.
Yeah,
All right.
Look, man, we didn't like you before, but now you have a lot of money, and now you're really big, and
Now they're amazing conductors.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is gonna work out now.
Yeah. So all right. So we're getting. All right. I like that. So we're getting Southeast Asia down. I dig that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. So and then once we have all of that sorted,
India.
yeah, that's what I was about to say next. So how do we get India?
Oh, it's pretty easy. Just
We have to go after the get into Bollywood.
It's only like fucking billions of people.
Oh, that's another Tuesday.
There's a billion people. There's also a billion languages, a billion political parties.
That's true. They don't really like each other.
The thing it's easy to destabilize India once you know your audience.
How would you stabilize? And let's get into this.
Well, I mean, obviously because you already have control of Tibet,
Yeah, that's true.
and so that you from then on you influence Nepal, Bhutan, so and then
Bhutan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Bhutan,
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, motherfucker.
We got all that Wu-Tang ready to go.
Bhutan, Nepal, like Pakistan, Bangladesh. So you have to surround India. You have to
Yeah, I like
place
this.
India under siege, and eventually infiltrate into areas where the most unstable regions of India.
Yeah.
And then also maybe like find some. You said like there's 1,000 different parties there or whatever. Find the ones that you like and just back them.
Back
Well, we have to get rid of Modi, right?
I think Modi's so good.
You think-
Modi can be manipulated.
Do you think Modi would like us?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. He seems a bit like an angry Indian uncle. Like
He's just so.
I don't
like,
know if we could deal with him.
God, he's just so moody.
Yeah, he's so moody.
It's just like one day he's hot, he's cold, he's yes, he's
Yeah.
no, he's up, he's down.
It's always
He's
in
in
the
and
mood.
out.
I think what we need is a young hot Indian woman in power,
Yeah.
and then we could control her.
Yeah. Like a Bollywood, like a
Like a Bollywood actress.
That's what I mean.
We have a
Yeah.
Bollywood actor and a Bollywood actress in power.
Yeah.
And all they do is do Bollywood movies.
Just write out all their lines. We just dub all their lines.
All they do is Bollywood movies about how
Yeah,
great
they
Mao
are-
Zedong was.
Yeah, they're just gonna lip sing everything.
All these huge dance numbers and
Huge
everything.
numbers.
Yeah, about the
very
Cultural
colorful.
Revolution. Yeah.
Yeah, So yeah, that's what I mean. Is so you place you destabilize India in certain areas, and also because it's like so certain areas of India is under control by the Communist Party of India.
Yeah,
So
is it really?
Yeah, like
I didn't know that at all.
Like West Bengal and those kind of places.
So we back those guys. Get them.
Get back
them
those
on
guys and get them on outside. Get them into power. So you eventually. So you because at the moment because Modi's party is the most political.
Yeah.
It's the most powerful political party, and in addition, the Indian National Congress Congress is still around. They're still quite influential. As at the party that guided India to independence. So so that's why I mean you got to target like got to back up the as like a third force. Almost.
Okay.
Like a third
I
opposition.
get it, yeah.
Like a third major opposition.
That makes sense. But as I'm just gonna take the position of the propaganda minister, right? You're a leader. I'm the propaganda minister. I don't know what James is. You like the
Minister of Fisheries.
Yeah.
The Minister of Fisheries.
No, I think James is like the what is it called? The general secretary? The leader of the military branch?
Oh, I'm not for that. Oh,
yeah, like
I'll leave
the military commission.
Yeah,
I'm not for that.
like the dumb military guy that we have to keep around because there's
Or I'll
troops like
shoot
him.
you.
Yeah.
Because he got shot in the arm during World War II or something, so the troops like him.
Oh man, I'm like, oh man, that's it. You need me though. You need me to take over anything. Though.
Yeah, I am. As a propaganda minister, I would say we get leaflets, right? We get these little leaflets
Yeah.
printed.
Flyer them. That's your plan. Is to
and
flyer them.
on the leaflets, it has a picture of Gandhi and a picture of Mao Zedong, and they're like best buddies.
Yeah.
They're like really good friends.
And on the back is
They're like
like,
hugging, they're kissing, and then we get that all over India.
and then on the back of that is also like times for your gigs.
Times four.
If you flip it over, I'm also doing a spot at 9:00.
There's Modi is getting publicly assassinated. This place, if you want to come.
And I'm doing a tight 10.
Tight 10.
No, okay, so leaflets and everything like that. I think with propaganda though, that's like Bollywood, get into like the people's like, hearts and minds and everything.
Yeah. So we got India pretty much. I like that plan. We surround India. We get India. You and your fucking meat shields can run in and get it.
And now here's one thing we got to think about as well. Now,
Yeah.
Russia's up above us.
Oh, Russia.
We gotta deal. They're up there. We haven't dealt with anything
You
yet.
can't deal with Putin, like.
Yeah.
Well,
What,
Putin
because-
likes us, doesn't he? Putin likes us.
Putin needs us, actually.
He needs us, yeah.
Actually, yeah, Putin would be quite easy, really. Think about it.
Because probably because the war in Ukraine is weighting them down
Yeah.
a bit, so you gotta offer them some sort of boost in their arms.
Yeah.
So-
That's true. We just once we go to Europe, we help him with that stuff. Sorry, any Ukrainian listeners, but this is pure business here.
Like, all right,
It's for the greater good.
This is what-
This is for a parallel world that is unrelated. What's going on here?
None of us are Chinese, all right, lads.
This is the multiverse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
imagine
exactly.
all three
Parallel
of us.
universe.
Imagine all three of us were Chinese. Okay, this is a parallel universe. So that's easy enough. That's moving on to Europe. That'd be easy enough then, because we could use Russia to already kind of get in there, right?
Yeah.
And I was already thinking about this, like, similar with what we were talking about with like India. Like, I think Europe is so like you could piecemeal it since there's all these different countries. Just bid them against each other.
But some of them do like
Just be
us.
that country's a
Like
fucking
Putin
shit.
likes us. Erdogan likes China as well.
Yeah, the Balkans.
Yeah, the
one in
Balkans. The Balkans would be all right. Poland probably could be convinced.
Any of the former Eastern Bloc are still quite friendly.
I feel
Poland,
like
Poland is so corrupt that if you go up to Polish politicians and you're like, you don't have to go to prison if we win, they'd probably be like, yeah, fair enough.
yeah, more or less. And here's, I don't know, a car.
Yeah. Here's a
everyone gets
mansion.
car. Exactly. Just give them some, All right, so that's pretty cool. All right,
That's
but
pretty cool.
as military, like, when are we gonna start fighting people? Because I'm getting bored.
Oh,
here.
we've
I'm
been-
just twiddling my thumbs.
We've been fighting people this entire time.
Have we been killing people?
Yeah, there's
Okay,
hope.
all right.
That's clearly we have to.
I
do
was just about to
some
say, like,
fighting,
you
right?
guys like taking all over the fun of taking over the world. I'm just sitting here just twiddling my thumbs, like, what, we're just gonna talk to people all day? Like, fuck, this is boring.
Well, we gotta be.
Okay, no, we've been taking people over.
Japan was definitely a savage battle because
It was savage battle.
there is so much history there. There's no way that would ever resolve without like a bloodshed.
Yeah, and obviously Korea is still painful.
Yeah. Well, Korea was easy because we just showed our K-pop songs.
They're
They said,
really
yeah,
good too.
yeah,
They're
very good.
really good.
like,
Good
yeah.
songs.
It's better than Kim Jong Un's.
Yeah, I think for militarily, you wouldn't be too hasty. It's about like thing is the best way is to set up. Just do what the Americans do is that you set up military bases. Where
Why not learn from the goats? You know.
learn from the goats.
Yeah.
They just copy and paste.
Copy
whatever
and
they're
paste. Yeah. Just set up military bases in the name of peacekeeping,
Good peacekeeping. Yeah.
security, and
doing.
whatnot.
We're gonna enforce our peaceful
Mhm.
ways by
Yeah.
force. Yeah.
Well, we don't. We have Turkey. We need more security in Turkey. We need
Yeah,
a big Chinese base in Turkey. It's for security.
with security.
Yeah, Turkey would fall to chaos without us.
Well, that'd be great for the whole empire because like our hairlines would be sorted
Yeah.
out from that point onward.
So that's we got at the moment where we stand. We got Eastern Europe pretty sorted. We got a good plan there. We got to put the military bases. Got to
Turkey,
work
yeah.
with the Balkans. Got to work with Russia. Got to work with Turkey. Sorry, Ukraine. It's just business. No hard feelings.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Well, look, we're just having fun here.
But as soon as we done that, Western Europe is going to be like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, this is when it gets tense.
This is when like nukes and shit become a threat.
And as well, what about Australia? Australia is like our backside as well.
I was forgotten. Australia was like last for me. They're fucking,
But I think they have a few nukes and they're on our back end, like right there with like Southeast Asia.
Yeah, but they're so far away.
So far away.
True, but like
Far
we
away.
can't think about forward with having a blind
We can
spot here.
come there at the end, like literally the
But
very end. We
as
can turn up to
Australia
Australia.
is heavily dependent on trade with China. So
Yeah, that's true. That is
Okay,
true.
so we economically get them on
Yeah.
board. We get them
Yeah.
just like,
and
listen.
we just got off communication,
you guys
so
like
Australia
food?
doesn't know what's going
well,
on.
Then fucking get with the
Yeah.
program.
We'll keep Australia in the dark, and then after everything else is taken over, we go to Australia, and they're like, "Hey, you took over the world, cunts," and then we fucking take Australia.
Okay, and hear about this just for recapping. Now, this might be a bit nerdy, but in terms of consolidating, like, how are we keeping people on board with that? We just like flooding them with like anime, K-pop, and like you know, bribes and stuff like that. That's how we're keeping everybody on our team.
We'll
So
just
there's no-
we'll just be really sound.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's, we
we'll
got
be really
we have
sound.
that.
There's
Always clean up after our mess.
I will
you
clean
know?
up all the plates.
That's it.
Do the
carrot and
dishes.
sticks. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
you know, just like have a second, you know, offer cigarettes, you know.
Everybody gets free money. Do universal basic income.
So wait, what's the political structure?
Fuck.
Are we communists, socialists, or what are we?
I don't know. We're whatever. We are
We're just
China,
doing our own
so we
thing.
are kind of communist.
Well, what we do is that we set up satellite parties where they're not actually opposition parties. It's more like it's all like to
That's
create-
good.
Republican Democrats type
yeah.
of thing.
Well,
Same
it's like
shit.
it's to create a facade.
No,
of-
Russia sort of thing.
It's
Yeah.
all like to create a facade of democracy. It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
united, they're all placed under
yeah,
one
like
big
Republicans
united
and
front.
Democrats.
They're all placed in one united front, but ultimately they are controlled by us.
And we just I'd say we get like we do like stuff that everybody will like. We give everybody like a basic income or shit like that.
Yeah.
We go like everybody gets free healthcare and everybody gets UBI. And then most normal people will like us because they'll get like 300 euros every month in free healthcare.
Free
So most
money?
normal people would be like, yeah,
Yeah, that's
sure, yeah,
That's
Good
better
deal,
than we
yeah.
got going on now.
Free
Yeah.
house.
And the people that are really important, they get mansions and everything like that. That's a great mansion. Okay, I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Okay, but you did bring up a good point. Now that we're approaching Western, you know,
gets scary.
Europe, yeah, that's where it's getting a bit dodgy. I think
gets scary.
maybe what we could do is maybe go after Africa first, type of thing, and then kind of get them like underneath as well.
But Africa kind of likes us too, man.
So
Yeah.
just
Africa, what are they called? The BRICS?
But solidify
The
that.
BRICS alliance? Like
BRICS
Africa likes us way more than the West.
Oh yeah, but then solidify it though. So it takes
I was
some time to
gonna
solidify.
kind of ignore Africa because Africa's gonna ignore what we do and they're gonna be like, yep, that's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. You guys work away.
Okay, I just wanted to address that. Like, what are we doing about?
we do
Africa?
also have the Middle East, but honestly,
That's
too hot.
that's
It's too hot.
finessey.
too
That's-
hot.
Too hot.
In many ways, it's too hot.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
It's just there's a bit of a hodgepodge.
Let it
Yeah.
be, you know.
Yeah.
You know what?
Also,
Too much drama.
we are China. We don't deal well with Muslims, so
Oh, yeah, very
we don't deal well with them. So we probably stay out of that for a minute.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
figure that out later. We'll put a pin in that.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that. So Germany,
Germany. Yeah.
that's what we're facing if we go into the West. What do you
Sure.
do about Germany?
Germany.
Hmm.
Obviously that's the thing. It's all about building sort of like a security ring fence around. Like I said, it's all about it's about like putting them in a. It's basically it's all about like surrounding them
Mm.
with like friendly regimes.
We kill him with kindness.
No. What we do is that we kind of strangle. We have to like strangle them. Like
We strangle them with kindness.
with kindness and like I said, carrots and sticks again.
Yeah,
So we bulk up all the friendly regimes in Western Europe
yeah.
as a way to like strangle.
How will we
them.
get friendly? There's no friendly regime in Western Europe. Nobody likes China in Western Europe.
Well, it's either, I mean, no, like this.
So that's where it comes.
But
down
that's why we have
rebranding.
to take advantage of like left-wing sections in Western European
and
society.
K-pop and anime.
Mm.
You know, just like,
Like all the youths with their mullets and
Whoa,
uh,
mullets
We'll
are-
go to this is it, Ireland.
Ireland.
We're
Start in
proper-
Ireland, work our way back.
The proper people before profit.
proper people before.
Oh, the
profit.
vintage shop and you know.
Yeah. We'll go to the vintage shop. Every like we'll get every non-binary person in Ireland with mullets and vintage clothing on our side, and then we'll fucking take over. Ireland would be a good starting point, but we would never get to the UK because the UK hates anybody who isn't white. Like, so that's kind of a problem. Like, it's
But one thing we have in our
that's like the kings of racism
but
in
one
Europe.
thing we have in our back pocket is everybody also hates the UK.
That's true.
You know, we can use that to our advantage.
What if we sympathize with Ireland, right? And we get Ireland sympathetic to us now. They're sympathetic to the cause, and then we help Ireland take over the UK.
Oh, and then the capital then becomes Cork of the United Kingdom.
Of the entire United Kingdom.
Of the entire United Kingdom.
And then when UK is Ireland, we have naval superiority.
Yeah, we get their get their navy.
Yeah,
Navy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can start fucking with Germany.
I like the subversive sort of aspect. So here's the thing, though. How do we get stuff? We use Russia. We get through Russia, the North Sea.
What we do is we go to the youth of Ireland, right? We were stereotyping there earlier, but genuinely, we go to the youth of Ireland. We go, hey, we legalize cannabis. We'll give you basic income, and we solve the housing crisis. And they'll all be like, okay.
Yeah,
sounds good.
That's all it would take.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, already done. Yeah,
We'll stick some of those like Chinese Communist Party like.
Wait, you had me at mullet.
We stick up some of their like apartment complexes that they build up in like fucking 4 days in China. We'll put some of those boys up. Housing crisis solved.
Well, everybody gets student housing because do you ever stop learning?
Yeah, have you ever seen those apartment complexes they build in China?
Yeah.
They're fucking insane.
Just offer them rapid speed construction.
Yeah, that's all we'll do. We build some of those super quick apartment complexes. He is bored by the pockets already. He's on his phone.
He's checking his Instagram.
I'm checking.
He's just like, what's up?
He's checking how to take over the world.
I'm doing research.
I was low key.
He's feeding all his information straight to the Vietnamese government.
No, I was low key thinking, like, what if after this podcast we get reached out to by the Chinese party and just like, listen, love your work. You guys are doing great work over there. We like that last podcast. Mwah, that was absolutely great. Would you guys like to hang out? Come out to Hong Kong.
Beijing. You know.
Well, we are looking for sponsors.
Yeah, that's. This has been brought to you by the Chinese Communist.
Sponsored by the CCP.
This podcast has been brought to you by the CCP. Use code Nghia Mai for 20% off.
Yeah. It's not so much of a party. It's more of a sesh. Communist Party sesh.
But we still haven't cracked Germany, guys. We have to get through this because this is the hard part. Europe and America is going to be the toughest challenge, you know?
Yeah.
They're the water to our fire, you know? Our fire of the revolution. Our fire of the working class. And the water of the bourgeoisie.
Yeah. And the rain of the taxpayers. And the forests of the automotive industry. And the sorry.
And the sand.
The
sand of fentanyl. Right, so we have to crack Germany. We have to crack them. Because we are into Poland. That's the barrier.
Yeah.
We got the UK. We got Eastern Europe. There's Germany. There's France. There's Spain. There's Portugal.
A solid line. Like they're putting it, like I'm imagining like
that's
Europe,
where your
Europe
troops,
is forming lines.
That's where your troops are now.
Germany. Yeah.
And the danger is that the nukes could start flying. Like.
No.
Nukes could start flying very quickly.
You get Germany the same way you've always gotten Germany. Two fronts. So that means we got to go over to France first because they're French.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be that big of a problem.
We have to
over to France and then do two fronts, same way as you've always done.
We have to buy up Belgium.
We could buy up Belgium.
And the Nordics.
Yeah.
Figure out the Nordics as well.
And we don't worry about Switzerland. That'd be all right. That'd be fine. Like they're not gonna do anything.
They've never been
pussies.
They've never been a problem.
They're pussy-o. Pussy-o.
Bunch of my favorite bit of Switzerland.
So we just go.
We will do without.
That's actually a good idea. We could go from UK straight to France because that's historically they've been the warlords. So we just do that.
Yeah.
Two fronts.
We get France. We squish Germany in, and then Spain and Portugal. That might be a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Spain and Portugal. Well, here's what we do.
Portugal first.
Just we'll attack them when they're napping.
Yeah, exactly. When they're on siesta, we attack them between 2 and 4 o'clock. When they get them when they're sleeping, and we got them. Just got them their siesta. Turn the siesta into a fiesta.
Yeah, that's
fiesta. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Okay, so now we got Europe, lads.
So easy. Yeah.
We've done it. So the only thing we have left is the Americas and Australia. And actually, for Australia, I don't think.
And South America, you didn't think so?
Yeah, the Americas.
Okay, the Americas.
So for Australia, I don't actually think we need to worry at all because if we end up taking over America, we have like all the world. Just drop a nuke on Australia. Be done with it. Like,
Well, how about this?
just fucking get, you know, it's a shit country.
I was
It's like 90% outback. Just drop a nuke on that shit. And
You know
be
what I was
done with
thinking,
it.
actually? I was thinking about the English probably had it right. What if we leave Australia alone, but we use that as our, like, Guantanamo Bay?
No, just do it, dude.
No, basically, like, anyone steps out of line, you're going to Australia.
All of this just sounds like so much more work than pressing a red button by Australia.
Well,
probably
Never
New Zealand, though?
existed.
It'd probably be an improvement.
Oh, New Zealand's different.
New Zealand's nice. Lord of the Rings, man.
New Zealand's different, yeah. All right, we just nuke Australia. New Zealand's fine.
New Zealand's really cool.
We move New Zealand. We take New Zealand and we move the population.
Yeah.
We move it to somewhere in the Middle East.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Yemen.
Like Yemen. Yeah, that's it. Kurdistan. Ooh. So
hot topic.
Yeah, my God, all this world taking.
it was never going to be easy to take over the world.
No.
All right, and here's the thing.
Let's stay on track though.
No, the thing is, though, if we're doing all this stuff in Europe, America is involved at this point.
Yeah, they are involved.
They are.
And they are
actively
not,
attacking
dude.
us.
They haven't been happy since we attacked Japan.
Yeah,
They have not been happy at all.
yeah. So like, they are actively funneling.
Should we just
Insurrection as well.
We have like 60% of the world now. Should we just nuke the rest of it and be done with it? Like we could call it. We could call it the day. We could fucking have a break, have a lunch break. You know.
Yeah.
We hit the red buttons. Nuke America, nuke Australia.
How about
Have a
this?
lunch break. Take a few weeks off.
How about this? You nuke the how about like the South down, because Canada I think is pretty cool. Everybody can. Get
Oh
on
no,
board with
Canada's getting nuked. What are you talking about?
No, there's too much land. You can't nuke all of it. What are you talking? You can't nuke all of Canada.
That's fair. Actually, we could go over Quebec. Quebec could be sympathetic.
You
To
could
the
be,
French,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
To the French, yeah,
to the
yeah.
French.
We just need to learn French. and-
Yeah. We sent our French and Vietnamese delegates. We sent them in to Quebec. And then they can communicate.
Yeah. Well, we have to
Easy
speak Quebecois though.
Quebecois.
Quebecois.
We can make that
I do
happen.
not understand your French.
All we do as the propaganda minister, I'd say the same thing as always. We just keep the population happy, so we can just go up and be like, we're not Justin Trudeau, and everybody be like, yeah.
They have the
That's-
same thing.
that
Whatever we
sounds
did
good.
whatever we did in Ireland, just be like, you guys like houses? Because they have a housing thing as well. We'll get you houses.
Yeah.
Houses, yeah.
We fast build a few.
Is that what we do? We just
the
build houses
apartments.
our way to a world victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A bit with.
Yeah, I think the main reason people are gonna the main reason people are gonna like us is because we're just gonna solve the problem.
I'm just picturing on like a risk board, but like instead of like moving your armies, you just put hotels or like houses.
Monopoly
on-
hotels.
yeah.
Yeah.
You put like
Yeah,
Monopoly
it's,
pieces into it.
It's a monopoly and risk coming together.
Yeah. I mean, this whole plan is gonna take like 25 years, 30 years. You know, we just
Yeah.
slowly start solving all the problems in the countries,
Yeah.
and then everybody's gonna be like, maybe we should listen to the CCP.
Yeah, I think actually maybe we can get America to. Well, are we dead
America,
set on bombing them? Dead set on bombing them,
What do you think, great leader?
bro.
What?
Bro, New York.
What?
What?
Ah!
Okay, Joe Biden over here. Joe Biden.
I imagine Nia in his like rocking chair. Huh? Why'd you wake me up?
what?
I hired you guys to deal with this shit.
Shit.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
2 in the afternoon. Where are my prostitutes?
They should have been here half an hour ago.
Anyway, what you were saying?
What do you?
What would you think we should do for America?
Should we just nuke America, or should we actually?
Here's the thing, though,
like,
they got nukes too. If they
the
nuke
problem
that-
is like we're using nuke is pretty messy and you have to clean up.
yeah.
And on top of that, they'll
also,
nuke us
like,
back.
It's gonna
I watched
be,
Fallout.
And the thing is that there's gonna be a lot of mutants coming out.
Yeah, I
like,
watched Fallout. Nah, no good.
An even more disgusting American population.
No good. Yeah,
I know that.
yeah.
That's no mass.
no
we
mass.
could get Latin America.
Well, yeah, because Cuba.
That's what I mean.
Cuba, yeah, Cuba.
So that's what I mean. You get Canada and you get South America, so you squeeze them.
But then they would never give up, so it would be bloody. Like,
Well, just let them fucking, I don't know, eat themselves to death.
But that's why I mean. That's why the infiltration has to come in. So we have to have to put our.
Yeah,
own
I think
people.
this whole time we just let them fight themselves out.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, we should just start funding the people who are sympathetic to us.
Yeah.
That's it. We give Bernie Sanders loads of money.
Because he'll take a bribe. Yeah, yeah. Because
because he's not the most honest guy ever. He'll take a bribe.
But that being said, though, if he come up like, listen, we're not the greatest guys in the world, but we will give you housing and we will give you health care. He's like, that's all I fucking wanted. For 60 fucking years, I've been screaming about that.
I don't think Bernie would work. I don't know who you even fund. You say get a Chinese American man,
Yeah.
or woman, or anything else, Chinese American, and get them elected and
Maybe
fund
movie
them.
stars.
A movie star.
Yeah, you know Ronald Reagan. This shit.
Who's a famous Chinese American movie star?
The guy who did Shang-Chi. The what is it? He was also in Barbie.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's nice. Yeah.
He's nice.
I think we can get him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's actually. I don't know if he's Chinese, but like
He's Chinese. Yeah, I think he's born in Canada. But he's Chinese.
we already got Canada.
Good enough.
One,
Good
two,
enough.
yeah,
Good
the
enough.
President, and he's just the nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
His running mate is Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a hot Chinese guy as well. That'll help.
You know what I
That'll
mean?
help. Yeah,
The
that'll
only
help.
problem though with that guy is like he's so hot he might overthrow Nghia.
no,
He gets
because by this point Nia will look like Orson Welles
Or,
Yeah.
from all the excess.
You don't look very
God.
he gets to sit. He gets to stand up.
You'll be like Baron Harkonnen from Dune. Kill him all.
With kindness.
Kindness.
That's actually a good idea. So we get this is our plan now, okay? Just to put our plan out there. We get the actor, the Chinese Canadian guy from Barbie.
Yeah.
We'll get him into positions of power. First, this is how we take Canada. We get him to run for the office in Canada. He wins Canada. We take Canada. And then he runs for the office in America. He gets citizenship. We sort that out.
Yeah.
Probably already has
And then
citizenship.
but here's the thing: we make Canada, the America, just one country.
Just
and
one
he's
country.
He's a
One
president of all that.
Let's be honest, should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's kidding who?
Who's kidding who?
How long gonna keep doing this?
Well, you got America with snow.
America and cold America.
So we make him one country, and then Latin America is gonna be easy.
Yeah.
They were communists like 20 years ago. That'd be easy.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I feel like they'd be on board with us like a while ago.
We'll get some
Well,
Che
actually,
Guevara shirts or
During
something.
World War II, actually, the Germans were funding Mexico to actually do an invasion of America. Like they're on board with some American stuff.
That'd
from
be
the get-go.
easy. That'd be
It'd be easy. Yeah.
Easy.
Oh,
Bueno,
we
yeah.
get Brazil, so
Bueno.
Claro.
we get Brazil, so all of our
Me
guys.
gusta.
Yeah.
We
Muy
get-
caliente.
We get Brazil, so our whole army is trained in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You know, so they're like
Yeah.
even more effective fighting
Yeah, yeah.
forces.
Well, yeah.
Then Joe Rogan will be on board, and then we get Joe Rogan on board.
We
with
get
whatever-
Joe Rogan on board.
Yeah. You know,
I don't know. Austin, Texas might be like the south of America in general might be the last holdout.
it'll be like
That'd be my really tough because those.
The last holdouts, we nuke those. All right,
Yeah,
all right.
We're just gonna send them fried chicken.
Yeah.
Tofu.
Laced with fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Yeah.
DMT.
Soul food. Yeah. Cornbread. Collard greens. And...
Oh my god. Oh wait, I just realized as well. Like, we get Kendrick to do a diss track against.
They're putting collard greens in their stir fry.
Jesus Christ, my mixtape's not like this fucking, not like this dish. Fire.
They're putting KFC in their stuff in their.
I just realized as well. We got to get Kendrick involved somehow.
No, I think the American South, no matter what happens, no matter how good our propaganda is, no matter what we do, I think they will forever, no matter what happens, they'll be like, no fucking Chinese is taking over my country. Like, it doesn't matter. I think in no circumstance ever would they surrender.
We can get the East Coast, like the Washington and all this stuff. Florida.
But you're talking about the guys who nearly succeeded when Obama became president. Like, there's no shot.
No, I'm talking about like segments in the states as well. You're definitely right about the South. Like they're definitely because Texas actually has a clause in their thing where they can secede from the union anytime they want. Like they're primed to ready to be their own country.
Yeah.
If that's the case, sorry, Austin comedy scene, we got to nuke you.
I think we just brute force it at that point. At that point, we have such a military power. We're just getting here to do a speech on TV, being like, "Give us a speech."
So the thing about
Yeah, what would you?
Give us a convincing speech
what would
justifying
be
an
your
attack
speech?
on the southern states of America.
Yeah, right before like
Yeah, right before we go into Austin.
I'm standing right next to you, boys. Listen up,
Yeah.
and women, and
how y'all doing?
All right, Richard Pryor, what the fuck?
Think about the Southern Americans.
Back in the south, the car and all this malarkey. I just want to sit down on my porch and just have drink some moonshine.
And then 4 million of our troops like,
Yes!
let's go. 4 million of our troops are ready.
Oh,
to
this
go.
hunky dory.
That's communism.
That's my guy right there. I got a tattoo of him right here.
And then we just storm him. I think at that point we could probably just overwhelm him. Honest.
I think
Yeah, well.
California. I don't know. We just let the
California be easy.
California's easy.
California again will be easy. As soon as we have Canada and the rest of it, and if we have the guy from Barbie on our side,
Yeah, we got California. Easy
Yeah.
peasy.
easy. At that point, it's sexist to not like us.
That's true.
It's misogynist to not be on our side. We got the guy from Barbie.
Yeah.
All right, now, okay, now.
What are you not a feminist?
Well, yeah. Oh, that immediately the West Coast is just immediately.
Yeah.
That was easy.
Yeah, and
Oh
then
my
we,
God.
we publicly humiliate Drake. We do like a public humiliation ritual for Drake.
We had like Kendrick Lamar
Yeah.
cut his head off.
Yeah,
Like literally with an axe. Like
with bone saw.
takes a while.
Takes a while.
Yeah.
And then we got all the West Coast on our side.
All right. No, so
Yeah.
all right. I think at this point we got the world at this
Yeah,
point.
we have the world. Australia, we've nuked.
Yeah.
They got rid of us just fine. Who needed them?
What if we did the Invincible thing? Did you read the comics in Invincible?
No, but you're getting too niche here.
I was gonna say like you can nuke Australia so it's all glass and then make that a big old solar panel.
So it's all glass.
So it's all solar panels.
Glass.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. And then just like make solar panels across the board so it's just like the world's power is coming from
I don't know if it would turn into glass. I don't know if that's scientifically how it works.
That comic book was pretty convincing, dude. I mean, I think those guys did their homework.
Well, we didn't. We stayed away from the Middle East because again, too hot, and
Too
we
hot,
are
yeah.
Chinese, so we scared of Muslims. We didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
what do we do about that? All right, tough question.
I guess now we have the military of the entire rest of the world, so we could just kind of roll up, and be like, "Hey, knock it off, guys!
Knock it off. Yeah.
Knock it off!
Yeah.
What if they don't, though?
Hey, you guys couldn't behave.
That's two.
You guys
That's
couldn't
two.
behave.
Yeah, one more.
Poland gets Israel. You guys couldn't behave."
Poland gets
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's just like the more they mess up, the more and
Yeah.
more just like
Yeah.
states we make.
Yeah. I
from.
mean, just make it one big kebab shop.
We were all, oh god. I was wondering when someone is gonna say some shit like that.
We're turning into a kebab industry.
Yeah. Straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Extra garlic sauce. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What we'll do
that's
is we'll just build a giant stadium over the entire thing, and then all the guys in Qatar can do all the like sports tournaments there, which is one giant.
One giant
Oh,
steak.
what about Dubai? We can get Dubai on board.
Well, I think at this point we have the whole rest of the world, so getting people on board is not a problem anymore.
Mm-hmm.
At this point,
Yeah.
if someone doesn't want to join us, we just kind of fuck them up.
Oh yeah, you know what? Here's the like the epilogue. What do we do about like insurgency and stuff like that? Are we no more doing killing with kindness? Or are we doing like
Well, that's up to the great leader, really.
What are we
Uh,
thinking?
I mean, obviously, we try to win hearts and minds as much as possible, but at the same time, we also maintain a very strong, state surveillance system. With
Strong state surveillance, yeah.
strong state surveillance with
1984.
strong with high levels of infiltration and whatnot. You know, like with we have people watching over everybody, that kind of stuff.
But what about stand-up comedy? Will we let them make
Yeah,
fun of our government?
No, they're too controversial.
I mean, we can have like state sanctioned. We can have like state sanctioned satire.
State sanctioned satire. Here's the jokes you can make about our
We
great
go-
leader Nghia Mai.
The thing is that we
Do not joke about his weight.
Obviously, we have to make the biography complicated for stand-up comedians to perform.
Yeah.
So it's then like you have to do things like going over the sets and then
And we select who performs.
and like I said,
Yeah.
we put people in to watch their sets. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, we put the audience in. That's a good idea.
Open mic nights. If they're not good, right from the get, we shoot them.
Yeah.
Just immediately.
We get
Won't have to worry about that guy.
we
anymore.
get Dave Chappelle to do some state sanctioned satire.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to talk about trans people.
Yeah.
Not allowed.
We know your thoughts on that. Dave.
Yeah.
We know all your thoughts on that.
This bishop has this joke where he's like, the difference between comedy in China and America. That when comedians go up in America, they go up on stage and they make fun of the American government. And in China, it's the same, because in China, when you go up on stage, you also make fun of the American government.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's like an updated version of an old Soviet joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a
Old Soviet joke.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Soviets had a lot of jokes like that.
yeah, like
they had a lot of like dry humor.
yeah, there was
about it.
this joke in the Soviet Union where it's like an American and a Russian was talking to each other, was having a conversation, and the American said, "Oh, yeah, I can go to the White House and tell my president, Mr. President, I don't like what you're doing to your country." And then with the Russian guy said, "Yeah, I can do the same. I can go to the Kremlin. I can tell the General Secretary of the Communist Party, Hey, I don't like what Mr. Ray, the U.S. The American president is doing.
Mr. Reagan's
to
doing this country. Yeah, that is an old Soviet joke, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. So are we staying?
Des Bishop canceled.
Are we staying communist, Leah? Now that we have the world.
Well, like I
Hey,
said,
are we switching
Emphasis
it up?
on the community part.
You little 1-2.
obviously the main the main decision making body is through the Central Committee of the Communist Party. But like I said, we set up satellite parties where you give them the idea that they're taking part even though they have no stake in it.
Yeah,
It's about
that's
having
it. And we make it about the biggest like ethnic groups. So we have like an Indian party. We'll have like a American party.
Yeah, we have like
But they can never
branches.
win. They can never win.
They can never win. They only have to enter as one big block.
Yeah, and really, there's no real election.
No real election. It's all for show.
Yeah, the general secretary always stays in power,
Okay, quick question. Though.
and then you, because the military is kind of useless, so you can become the head of the national security force.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you
I'm
know,
down
like
for
the
that.
head of the KGB.
Oh, I can't wait to do that. Just walk around in the control room eating an apple.
Yeah, I could become
Kill that guy.
Goebbels.
You're
You're
always You're always
And then we have to.
No, but what are we doing with this? All right, we got the world. We got the world under control.
Every
What do we
day-
do with it?
Housing crisis solved. Cannabis is legal. Stand-up comedy is booming because we write everyone's
We
material.
made it mandatory.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody has basic income. Everyone's life is fucking sound and nice. So what do we do now?
We just we make sure things
Take a week off.
take the week off, but also come back and regroup.
Yeah.
And
Better than ever.
better than ever, we invest in our space program.
Another planet. That's what I'm
Now
talking
you're
about.
fucking. That's
That's
why
what I
you're
wanna
the
get-
man in charge.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Mars, you're next. Run in your mouth all day. No, Mars, a fucking tax. Here we go. So then we're colonizing Mars, and then we.
Time to work on propaganda for the Schlopians.
I think you.
Slopians.
Elon Musk is over there. We just gotta like.
Oh, he's
get him
dead. Elon Musk is not alive anymore. What are you talking about? We got rid of him a long time ago.
Fair.
Elon Musk is in his bunker shooting himself in the head.
Yeah, but true. But what do we do about his AI that he's definitely made?
Oh, AI. What do we do about AI?
We control it.
We control it.
Yeah. We recruit the best scientists.
Yeah. So
we digitalize our brains so we can rule forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so what
Yeah.
about what if we like work alongside with it? Like that's actually the powerhouse behind this whole sort of network and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, we're like friends with it. We kill him with kindness. Same
You
with
want
AI.
ChatGPT like, how do I fix the inflation?
Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why not? Like, why not have that? Like, we'll enact it, but then we got the AI to support it.
I like it. Yeah.
And then we head forwards into like a Star Trek esque
We do
universe.
we do Star Trek then. That's what we do. We do Star Trek.
Star Trek.
We
Deep
do
Space
Star Trek.
Nine,
Yeah, we do Star Trek. That's a good idea. I like this. I think we've come to a good conclusion here.
I think so. Yeah.
We've taken over the world successfully. Is there any more questions for Nia before we leave?
So Nghia, you've conquered the world.
Yeah.
Now everyone is like just like hailing you as the top leader. Dan and I are by your sides, and we just introduced you. Drake just was decapitated as your opener.
Opener.
And then what is your sort
State
of
of
like,
the Union
inauguration?
address. Yeah.
What is your address being like? You know, just welcoming the world to a new, brighter tomorrow.
So it's like obviously I walk up to the podium
Mm.
and I look around. So is the mic working?
This
Hello?
bit
Is
of
this working?
feedback.
Is it working?
Is this working? Hello.
Do a bit of sound check, and the thing is that you can tell if people are like with you if they all respond in like unison. Like, yes, we can hear you clearly. Then everything is working well.
And then do it again. Just be like, how about now?
How about now? 1 2 1 2. Check my 1 2. Yeah. And that's all you need, and obviously follows by a really long speech about how we are ushering in a new utopia, a new brighter future ahead, and addressing every major ethnic and religious groups present. You're now part of.
What do you mean addressing? Like
addressing them individually as like
individually?
how they're gonna.
That's a long list.
It's a long list, but well, I mean, you
Shout out to my Chinese. Shout out to my Pakistani.
There it is.
Shout out to my Indians.
Nigerians.
Shout out to my knee.
Yeah, you're a part of the
He
great.
just does that to all of Africa.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
he just runs down every slur.
Oh, if you're in charge of the world, like you can say whatever you want.
You got a free pass.
You get a free. That's true.
Yeah, and then obviously, and then eventually
Free ice cream.
Yeah, you free ice cream as well, and so you essentially you're inviting everybody to a great family of Uncle Mai.
So everybody's in your family now.
Every family.
You're everybody's uncle.
We're
Everybody's
all in
uncle.
this
Yeah.
together, taking over the world hand in hand.
I like that
going
you
to
make
yes.
everybody call yourself uncle. That's I like that.
Yeah,
Uncle
that's
Mai.
endearing. So like instead of like
Endearing.
like Supreme Leader Nghia or Supreme Leader Mai, no, Uncle Mai.
Uncle Mai. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's everybody's fun uncle. He takes over the world and such.
like waving at
And he
everybody.
gives you a house and legalizes weed.
And then who replaces you once you're done?
Well, it'll be.
And it's all out Civil War.
I'll make sure. The thing is, I'll make sure there's no no strong man. So it'll be like coalition of it will be a coalition of
Pussies.
leaders when I'm gone.
Yeah.
So it's always a collective leadership.
Oh,
What-
dude.
I think-
when you die, though, that's when the world pops off. How do we make sure it doesn't pop off?
I'm thinking we digitalize our brain.
So here, just Uncle
We
Mai is.
digitalize our brain, and then Uncle Mai.
We make him
becomes
an
a-
app.
Uncle
app,
Mai
yeah.
becomes a computer system.
He's an app. He's on everyone's
Yeah.
phone.
No on his phone, just
No more chat GPT. It's Uncle Mai. What should I do about this?
yeah. So
Uncle Mai, the Schlopians are attacking. What should we do? So the thing about space warfare is
The thing
There's
about
a-
guerrilla warfare is that you actually don't need make gorillas to do it. You know,
You
get chimpanzees.
Normal people will do. Chimpanzees will do.
the thing about space warfare is that it's not as complicated as you think. You look at it in a vacuum.
It just the thing about space warfare is like, you know, you just need
you
to take
just
a
have
step
to
back,
dust it off.
give it a bit of time. You just gotta give it a bit of time and space just to let it really feel itself out.
Yeah.
Nobody. The thing about space warfare is I haven't heard about it. No sound in space.
No one can hear
That's
you
the first
scream.
time hearing about it.
Yeah, it's a very tight room. You have to make space for it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That'd be good. I think we'll do that. We have Uncle Nghia Mai, the supercomputer, and he just gives shitty jokes for every problem.
Yeah,
And then the
And everyone's just
leaders,
like, oh, you.
the world leaders have to figure it out from there.
yeah. That's
Yeah. And I have one last dilemma for you, right? What if you're ruling, right? And we already said about insurgent groups, your strong state surveillance, right?
yeah.
We stamp out insurgency at the root. But what if you're ruling and the Viet Cong are rebirthed? They start challenging your rule.
And then here's the thing, they gone international.
Mm-hmm.
Would they just be the Kongs?
Could it just be the Kongs?
Yeah, they're just Kongs. Yeah, fair enough. They're just
But
pushing-
would you be emotionally tied down and be able to do what needs to be done?
Obviously, I'll be open to negotiation.
immediately as soon as they are like, all right, what's this about? As soon as they act up, all right, let's talk. What's this about?
You go into their house and you clean the dishes.
Yeah, clean the dishes. You.
To find that they're already clean. Damn it!
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
so behaved.
Clean them again.
Yeah, they
Clean them,
beat
clean
it. I
them.
don't know, make them dirty and
Make them really clean already. Yeah.
and leave
yeah,
the
so-
fridge with more food than you
Just
found
put laundry in it. So do their laundry.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So it's like negotiation, but also you have like a police escort, you have a military escort behind you as well, just in
Mhm.
case things go awry.
Yeah, that's there's James in a mech behind you.
Yeah.
Big
Saw, dudes.
robot. Yeah,
Oh, dudes. What's going on? Me and the boys just in their mech suits ready to go.
yeah, in the mech suits.
I'm down for that.
In the
I love this role.
in the Neo mech suits.
I'm so
That's
ready
how you
for
call them, the Neo mech suits.
The near max suit.
Yeah.
This is a Neo model.
Neo model. This is the Neo model. Ah,
This is a Neo model.
this will be the most pun-filled empire of all time. Well, I think that's
Well,
that's
more like
it.
I was gonna say.
Do you have anything
Empire.
else?
No. I was gonna say something, but I forgot
We've
it.
been going for an hour and 15 minutes, so
That's
this-
pretty
this
good.
is
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Easy
Yeah.
peasy. All right.
Do you have anything to say before we go, Nia?
So anyway, sorry. So if you want to find me on the old internet, the old social
Mm.
media, you can find me at
ccp.com.
You don't have to look for me. I'll find you.
Find me at NMAI Comedy, NMI Comedy. Also, I have another podcast
Mm.
where we talk about rugby and comedy,
Mm.
and it's called Trying Times. Yeah, so you can listen to that. And I do gigs in Dublin, Cork, and all over the place. And yeah, thank you for having me. It's nice to be with the great Dan Lukas and the great James Turgenev.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's been a very fruitful, very productive, very intellectually engaging conversation.
Now 50,000 soldiers in front of you.
Yeah, we
fucking guy.
we really
It's
gave
in
it.
Dublin.
Yeah, we really gave it a go.
We gave it a
You
go.
gave
We
it a
did give it a
go. Oh, he knows how to end the
Yeah.
pod as well.
And check out the Hysteria Comedy. We're in Dublin every Thursday, near Sunday night. Crowd Crash and Burn, which is one of the best nights in Dublin, and it's free.
Yeah,
so
it's
you have no
free.
excuse not to go.
No
Yeah.
ice cream, but on that.
No ice cream, but that's the thing I'd promote about you. I don't know about anything else you do. It's all pretty shit, but your comedy night is... no. But the Crash and Burn comedy, unreal. Check it out.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man.
Do you have anything you want to shout out?
Not just shout out Nghia Mai and taking over the world. We're just gonna fucking run that shit. So CCP, if you're watching this, Nghhia's contact information is something.
Yeah. I'm doing a tour, and I said this at the end of every, so I'm gonna keep saying it because maybe someone will come.
Oh yeah.
Doing a tour in Dublin, Cork, Belfast, and Carlow, and Nino, and Tipperary, and maybe in London soon.
Attaboy,
Stay
yeah.
up to date for that.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's all I have to plug though. Go check out at Nghia Mai Comedy.
Yeah, MI comedy.
MI6 Comedy.
MI6 comedy.
And
MI6.
That's my Spice page.
you already did it, but you did it a bit too early. So you can say the catchphrase. But if you ever want to take over the world, make sure that you
Give it a go.